Friends, family, Romans, countrymen, welcome to Free Content Friday. I'm so excited to be back. I've had a great week. Hope you guys have too. Today we are actually going to give real estate a break. We're gonna put it on hold with the whole real estate topic today. And what I'm gonna do, I was thinking of what I want to talk about. And there's this scale, commonly known as the consciousness scale. And so that kind of popped in my head, and I'm going to do my best to kind of draw it out and explain what that is, if you guys are okay with that. And then maybe next week we'll jump back into real estate. But today we're going to talk about consciousness, right? And I'm going to give you a treat here in a little bit, so you want to stick around for that. So when you think of a scale, you know, there's like a spectrum, right? It's either this way, this way, this way, this way, right? So that's a scale. So I'm going to draw out the common, basically uniform diagram for the scale of consciousness. And it basically just looks like a V, right? And so you have levels as you go up of consciousness, and as you get to the top, the spectrum is greatest, right? And so now what I share with you, I want you guys to have your own experience. There are many diagrams of consciousness that you can find either online or in books. I think the first time I came across one was in a book called Power versus Force. I think it's David Hawkins, I think is the title, the author. But that's the first time that I saw this consciousness scale. So I'm going to illustrate what it is, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. So check this out. So let's put the lowest level of vibration or energy at the bottom. And so what we're going to explain, that can be looked at like as like hate, right? Hate is a really low level vibration that you can have and experience, and when you're feeling hate, you feel it inside and it's terrible. You just, you don't really want to do that, right? You want to keep hate out of your heart. But for the sake of this lesson, this is what that is, right? All right, so down at the bottom is hate. Now, if you're looking at a spectrum, if hate is on one side, what do you think is on the other? Of course, right? All right. So, love and hate, right? And if you want to go into even farther depth with this, love and hate are actually the same exact thing, just a different part of the spectrum. You understand? And so, if you're looking at a straight line, hate is on one side, love is on the other, but it's on that same line. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another topic for another day. All right, so I'm going to do my best to show you kind of what's mixed in here. Again, this may not be as accurate as some of the other models, but I just want to get you guys understanding what this whole thing is. All right, so moving up, let's say greed. Let's say greed is up one step above hate, right? And let's say above that, envy. Envy on top of greed. One step up, let's say despair. Despair, right? Hate, greed, envy, despair. As you move up, you start to vibrate a little higher, right? Your vibration increases, your feeling increases, your emotion increases, and it's all getting more positive, right? So as you go up, your goal is love, right? And also, love can also be akin to gratitude. Gratitude would probably be right here at the top. So gratitude and love are one of the highest vibrations that you can have as a human, right? On the scale of consciousness, that's what your goal is. Your goal is to stay in that love, that gratitude, the compassion, the kindness, the helpfulness, the giving, all these what they call fruits of the Spirit. If you read the Bible and stuff, that's what they talk about. And that's all found in a higher vibration on the consciousness scale. And so, as you move up, you have all those other emotions that you would feel. Here's compassion. Fairness. Hope. All the fruits of the Spirit are going to be at the higher level of consciousness, and all the lower level consciousness feelings are going to be lower towards the bottom, right? So, the only other thing I want to teach you about this is that each level actually vibrates at a certain hertz, right? It is a certain frequency that can be measured for all these emotions and thoughts and feelings. And that's why there's a scale of consciousness, because these things can be basically measured scientifically, right? And so, let's say, down here is 50 hertz. Now I'm just giving you examples. I don't know the exact numbers. 50 hertz, right? Now as you move up, obviously you get more frequency, you get more energy, more power, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So 50 hertz at the bottom, you're at hate, right? So you're vibrating in hatred, you feeling it, you only have 50 hertz of energy that's pulsing through your body. It's a very low level of energy. Your vibe is very low, right? You're not vibing high. If you were vibing high, you would be closer to the top of the spectrum, right? And so up here, you're going to see something like 500 hertz, right? 500, and it could go higher than that. I'm not real sure. I'm just giving you, again, example. Have your own experience with this. But showing you guys that thoughts, emotions, feelings are actually measurable. And it is based on a scale of consciousness, a scale of being aware, right? And so the more you're aware that you function in kind of like a scientific way, you can kind of see how this plays out in your life, right? And so if you're vibing up here with love and compassion, and somebody who's down here with the greed and the envy, if they come into your life, you're gonna feel them pull you down, right? It's gonna pull. They're gonna mess your vibe up, right? And it completely has to do with if somebody's vibrating at 50 hertz at a very low frequency, and they come in contact with somebody that's vibrating at 500 hertz, a very high frequency, they're gonna feel very uncomfortable around that person. And unfortunately, somebody at a higher frequency can be pulled down to lower frequencies more prevalently than it is to bring somebody up, right? It's kind of like the illustration of standing on a chair. If you're standing on a chair, it's going to be difficult to bring somebody up on the chair with you, whereas if you just have your hand down like this, somebody could just jerk your hand and pull you right off of that chair so quickly. And so to illustrate all this, that's what our topic was today, the scale of consciousness, understanding that your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions, they have a scientific measurement, and based on a scale like this, you can understand that your vibration and your frequency is directly correlated with your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions. And so I suggest you start vibing a little higher. Learn more about consciousness and how to be happy and how to be joyful, because being in a state of joy and gratitude is the one thing that's going to attract the life that you actually desire inside your heart. You're going to pull that with the energy that you're giving off, and it's going to be a beautiful thing once you learn how to do this and master the consciousness scale. So that's it for today, guys. I'm so excited that I got to talk about this. Oh yes, I told you guys I was going to give you a little treat, right? And so I have this book that was written by this really handsome guy. I know him really well, so I'm gonna just open this book up and I'm gonna read a paragraph just randomly, okay? And so here we go. All right. All right, let's see. So this is page 71. It starts off by saying, the entertaining part of writing this book is that I have no idea what I'm doing. And by doing this, I can prove some of the topics that I have already discussed. Because I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know how, but remember, we don't have to know how things are going to happen, only why they will happen. My passion and desire to write a book is something that I have wanted to do for a while. And by following my heart and actually doing exactly what it wants, the universe and the laws that govern it are given the opportunity to work with me and provide everything I need on my journey. So that's it, guys. Page 71 of my book. Gave you a little bit about consciousness today, and I hope it was of value to you guys. I would love to discuss this topic in more, depth. If you guys want to, drop a comment below, and let's dig in some more. But until next Friday, I'll see y'all then. It was a great time. Thank you guys for watching.